Chiefs or die! Final score from Arrowhead Stadium. Your Kansas City Chiefs, 48. The Las Vegas Raiders, 9. For the third week in a row, or for the third game in a row at Arrowhead Stadium, your Kansas City Chiefs held the opposition to 9 points. Cowboys, Denver, Vegas. Throughout that entire stretch in the last 6 games, for your Chiefs' 6-game winning streak, the Chiefs' defense has played at a level that we have not seen this late in the season since 1997. What is significant about 1997, you ask? Your Kansas City Chiefs had the #1 defense and were the #1 seed in the AFC. Now, you got your offense waking up. You got your defense playing #1. Oh, my G. Your Kansas City Chiefs are the best team in the National Football League without a doubt in the last 6 weeks. What this team has done on defense cannot be dismissed. I can't stress it enough. Melvin Ingram was the missing piece that this defense needed. Spagnuolo can do so much with him. On the field, he creates mismatch problems. It puts Chris Jones back at defensive tackle. Ladies and gentlemen, this team is unbeatable. This team is playing at a level that can't be ignored. And it's shocking. It's shocking for where this team was on November 1st. On Monday Night Football, before they played the New York Giants, you had the team in turmoil. You had Tyrann Mathieu trolling Chiefs fans on Twitter and on Instagram. He would just go to Twitter and look up his name and see if anybody was saying anything bad about him. And Chiefs fans are critical, and they were, and they know the story. We don't need to discuss it. But he had a teary-eyed apology on October 30th. Andy Reid said, we deal with the Chiefs players in their social media platforms and how they address it with fans in training camp. It was the shortest press conference in Andy Reid's tenure. That Saturday, October 30th, go back and look it up. It was probably about 40 seconds. He came in, Andy Reid addressed it. He said, we address players' social platforms in training camp, and this will be addressed. Tyrann Mathieu, teary-eyed apology. Your Kansas City Chiefs since then have won 6 straight games. And quite frankly, as I said, adding Melvin Ingram to the team was huge. Now, what the Chiefs can take advantage of, it's like nobody else is talking about, but during that 6-game winning streak, the Chiefs got to play an AFC North team. The Chiefs are in the AFC West. The AFC West played the entire NFC East this year. But with that 17th game that everybody had to face, the entire AFC West had to play one team from the NFC North. Right now, the Broncos are playing the Detroit Lions. They're probably happy about that. You know why? Because they'll probably win. But I don't know. The Lions won last week. Point being, the Chargers, they lost at home to the Minnesota Vikings this year. You know why? Because of that 17th game that was added. It was the Vikings, and they lost. The Raiders, they had to play the Chicago Bears at home. Guess what? They lost. The Chiefs had to play a 17th game against the Green Bay Packers at Arrowhead Stadium. Guess what? The Chiefs won. So you can put that extra 17th game the Chiefs have used to their benefit. The Chiefs have won their 17th game that was forced on their schedule against the Green Bay Packers. The Chargers lost their 17th game that they were forced at home to the Vikings. The Raiders have lost their 17th game that they were forced against the Bears. Keep in mind, Chargers, Bears, and Packers are all in the NFC North. The Chiefs won that one. Huge, important. Not enough people are talking about that, but that game is in the mix of the Chiefs' current 6-game winning streak. In the past 4 games, your Chiefs have scored on the very first possession. Very first possession, offensively, they scored. They went down and scored. Then they kind of went in a shell, and the defense kind of won 19-9, 22-9. We just kind of, the defense won, and the offense didn't do much after the first series. Today, the Chiefs' defense, first play of the game. Defense now, I'll get back to this offense, my point being. The Chiefs, on defense, they kick off. Jerron Reed makes a monster hit, forcing a big fumble. Mike Hughes picks it up, runs in 20 yards for a touchdown, Chiefs up. Raiders then drive 6 plays and punt. The Chiefs went 3 and out. But after the first series, ladies and gentlemen, after the first series, your Kansas City Chiefs scored offensively the next 6 possessions. So I like that. I'm glad we didn't score on the first possession and then not score the rest of the game. The Chiefs went 3 and out offensively on the first possession and then scored the next 6, except for when they had to take a knee. Let's look at these great, epic Kansas City Chiefs stats, baby. All right, here we go. Patrick Mahomes was 20-24. He only threw 4 incompletions. You know why? Because he's on it. He's clicking at the right time, daddy. Patrick Mahomes was 20-24, 258 yards, 2 touchdown passes. His first one was to Darrell Williams out of the backfield. Darrell Williams said, hey. The ball came right to him. Darrell Williams chucked it down into the end zone. The next one was to Josh Gordon. Welcome back, Josh. Finally, buddy. On that quick 1-yard screen pass, Josh Gordon caught it, stepped in easily. We're going to need him moving forward. Josh Gordon isn't the same guy he was when he was playing somewhat in 2012 and 2013, but he's a weapon nonetheless. If you can make opposing defensive coordinators think Okay, we got to get Josh Gordon. He's a big presence. He's a big presence on short yardage situations. We got to get him off the field. We got to cover him. It's going to make other players make plays. Like Baby Cheetah, McCole Hardman. Let's get to them wide receivers right now, buddy. Let's get to them wide receivers. McCole Hardman, Tyreek Hill first. Let me get to the Cheetah, the main Cheetah, Daddy Cheetah. Tyreek Hill had 4 receptions for 76 yards, but McCole Hardman had 2 receptions for 59. You're going to want opposing defensive coordinators thinking about Tyreek Hill, McCole Hardman, and Josh Gordon. But let's look at it in totality, folks. Let's look at it in totality. On the ground, your leading ground gamer, Derek Gore, had 9 carries, 66 yards, a 7.3 average, and a long 51-yard touchdown when they put in Chad Henne. I love Derek Gore. I know he's going to be behind Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Darrell Williams because Darrell Williams has earned the spot, in my opinion, as a starter. And the Chiefs invested so much money, high draft capital in Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's the #1 draft pick. So those are going to be your top 2 guys. But I'm thrilled that the Chiefs Jerick McKinnon is out and Derek Gore is making the best of his freaking play. The dude's freaking great. He's the best 3rd-string running back the Chiefs have had since ever. Derek Gore, props. Okay, let's look at the rest of these bad boys. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 10 rushes for 37 yards, 2 touchdowns. He made that quick cutback move sweetly at the 5-yard line. He stopped, cut back, and ran in. Patrick Mahomes was 4 carries, 20 yards, 5-yard average. Okay. Well, we don't like him running too much. Darrell Williams had only 2 carries for 8. Michael Burton had 1 for 3. Baby Cheetah McCole had 1 for none. Here's the receiving again. 4 for 76 for Cheetah. 2 for 59 for Baby Cheetah, McCole Hardman. Darrell Williams had 3 for 31. The sweet swing pass, Byron Pringle. He just catches the ball. The real #3 wide receiver behind Kelsey and Tyreek Hill is Byron Pringle. He had 1 for 28. Kelsey only had 3 for 27, but he had that huge 19-yard reception the second play of the second quarter when you could breathe, okay? Patrick's clicking now. He just hit Tyreek Hill for 20. He backed it up by hitting Kelsey for 19. Sweet. Derek Gore had 2 for 23. And, of course, Josh Gordon had 2 for 9 in the touchdown. Now, let's get to the #1 defense in the National Football League in the last 6 weeks of the season. Oh, man, isn't this just great? Tyrann Mathieu had an interception on the ball that was batted out of Daniel Sorensen. Comeback player of the year. Daniel Sorensen's the comeback player of the year. I didn't think it was possible to come back from being terrible in a 6-week span. I better not have said. Willie Gay had 4 tackles and an assist. The sacks. Alex Okafor had he was 1.5 sacks, a big sack and forced a fumble. Tershawn Wharton had 1 sack. Frank Clark, Melvin Ingram, Chris Jones each had a half a sack. Man, they're wrecking havoc, folks. The Chiefs are wrecking havoc. Be proud of this team. Oh, my gosh. Be proud of this team. Playing at this level. 9-4. They moved to the 3rd seed. What can you say, buddy? What can you say? But now, the Chiefs have an important game Thursday night that will address the 2021 AFC West. Your Kansas City Chiefs go to Los Angeles, and it will be a battle. It'll be a battle for first place because the Chargers will be 1 game behind us. They will be. The Giants suck. The Chargers are going to beat them. So the Chiefs will have to beat the Chargers because the Chiefs cannot lose Thursday to the Chargers because the Chiefs and Chargers would be tied, and the Chargers will own the tiebreaker, and the Chargers' schedule is cupcake after the Chiefs. Look it up. They play the Texans and a bunch of sucky teams after Thursday. The Chiefs can bury the Chargers and put a stranglehold on the AFC West by winning Thursday night. They got to do it. The Chiefs have to do it. I like the Chiefs' chances. Justin Herbert is a stud. He's got a rocket arm. But the Chiefs can address the West by winning Thursday night. And basically, I think pretty much win it because they'll have that stranglehold and have a home playoff game here at Arrowhead, which is only a Short drive to the countryside. Where you going, Arrowhead? You can't run and hide. So many questions. Questions like, dang, is this for real? Is this for real? I pinched myself a few times and cut myself shaving. It's real. Your Kansas City Chiefs are on a 6-game winning streak. Got the #1 defense in the National Football League during that stretch. And Patrick Mahomes has woke up. Get ready, LA. Get ready, LA. Oh, get ready, LA. 70% of the fans in the attendance Thursday night will be rooting for the Chiefs. You know it. You know it. Let's break out the white and white if the Chargers wear blue. Okay, baby? Until then, until Thursday night, stay up with me and let's break it down. This is Shaggyshane. Thanking you, all my followers. I'll see you next Thursday night, baby. Let's wrap up this. Let's put the stranglehold on the AFC West. Till then, it's Shaggyshane saying, go Chiefs!